We good? What'd you say, bro?
It's on you.
Oh, we good to go. We good to go now.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the brothers from Great Millstone, Atlanta, back with another live stream on this Thursday. Before we get started, want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahawah,
Bahasham.
Yahawashi,
Bahasham, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash.
We want to give double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace, safety, much love, and blessing to the occupant across the four corners of the earth that are pushing out this truth and sincerity and putting their life on the line to do so. I want to say shalom to you, brothers. And in this particular sit down, we're going to be discussing these celebrities that have not counted the cost of, the words and the actions that they're taking. Lately, it's been Nick Cannon that has came out and said some so-called anti-Semitic statements and had to recant his statement because Esau coming up against them. Now, in counting the cost, if you're going to proclaim that we are the true Israelites, you have to be prepared to face anything that comes along with it. Persecution, your family coming against you, losing opportunities, losing money. As you see the men before you, we've counted the cost of doing what we do. Okay. So whatever comes along with it, we're prepared to take it on the chin, man, and continue to strive forward. But these guys like D-Jack from I forgot who this nigga, he played for the Eagles, and this guy lately, Nick Cannon from Wildin' Out and the various other shows he's been dropped from, and he's had to come out and apologize because he didn't count the cost, and he didn't accept the fact that once he comes against this devil and say that he's a sociopath, say the so-called white man has stolen identity, and say that he's a rape, rob, and murderer. When you say those type of things in this guy's kingdom, you got to be prepared to suffer the consequences, man. You not think you just gonna speak out against this devil and not have any kind of repercussions, especially if you're a rich man in this society, because you got something to lose. Us brothers, we got something to lose, but it's not on the scale as a Nick Cannon, who has millions and millions to lose. He's got a certain way of lifestyle that he's accustomed to living, and Esau started stripping that shit away from him. He wait, hold up. I ain't mean it like that, because he didn't count the cost. All right. Any brothers want to chime in?
I had to, you wanted that scripture, Luke 14?
Yeah, Con.
This is, I said verse 26.
Start at 25, Bob Shop.
25, okay. This is Luke chapter 14, verse 25. And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
Yeah. Hey, so you got to be prepared to put those things aside and also be prepared to lose those things, man. If you want to take up your cross and proclaim the name Yahawashi outside, proclaim that we're the true Israelites according to the scriptures, so on and so forth, you gotta know what you getting yourself into, And this thing that we're in, we know what we signed up for. Now we may not know holistically what's to come down the turnpike, but we have a inkling of what to be prepared for. The scriptures tell you, man, if prepare thy soul, for temptation. It also tells you roughly paraphrasing, prepare to be hated by the world because it hated Yahawashi first. So all of these things you have to take into accountability before you start talking, shit against the white man,
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Shema.
Verse 27, And whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
That's right. Hey, a brother get Luke 9 and verse 23.
All right, I got you.
All right. You can read it. And hold where you at, Shema.
All right, this is Luke chapter 9, verse 23. And he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me.
Keep going.
Verse 24, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it.
Hey, and those are the things that we're prepared to do, man. We're prepared to lose our life and the things that come along with it for the sake of Yahawashi. But are you celebrities, or are you just talking shit, or want to seem like you're on some kind of level? You know, so people are back. But once you say these type of things, man, and come up against this so-called white man, you got to be prepared. And it's like I said, it's even harder for a rich man to do so. What the scripture tell you, that it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than a rich man to inherit the kingdom of heaven. And why is that? Because he has so much to lose. You know, he don't want to be goddamn living paycheck to paycheck. He don't want to downgrade that damn house. You know, he don't want to cut off certain expenses that he's used to having, because he hasn't counted the cost, man. So either be a celebrity full-heartedly or come out of that shit and follow Yahawashi. Ain't no straddling the fence. You either got to be all in with Yahawashi or you got to be all out, man. Ain't no in between. All right. You read verse 25, bro?
Yeah, Khan. This is Slocky. I lost my place.
Khan.
In 1 second.
Any brother want to add something while he find it? I'm trying to find this article real quick.
Can I add something real quick?
Go ahead, Doc.
Because you was talking about, you know, they ain't ready to basically everything that they have. You know, they ain't ready to lose everything that they have. You know, they I mean, on this side, man, if you up under the rulership of Esau Edom, and he can easily snatch everything that you have away from you just from, you know, you saying one thing that he don't like. But but hey, I mean, back, you know, basically sticking to what I was about to say, you know, like these celebrities, man, they don't really see that they have something, or the Lord has something, you know, better in store, because they got everything. You know, they got everything they need. And this guy Nick Cannon is super rich, man. Another one that came out was Ice Cube. You know, he came out, you know, talking about the truth. Fantasia, you know, it's been a few of them, but they got to be ready to lose everything. But I want to get this Luke chapter 6 real quick. Luke chapter 6 and verse 24, it says, but woe unto you that are rich, for you have received your consolation.
That's right.
You know, you already got your blessing on this side. I mean, it may look good now, but you got the shit end of the stick. You got your riches in Esau kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all brothers got it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, and that consolation that these celebrities have received is way less than, you know, the consolation that we're going to get, which is ultimately the kingdom of heaven, man, and being, you know, the first fruits, being a part of that elect, man. Hopefully we are those men. And who's that reading? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is St. Luke chapter 9, verse 25. For what is a man advantage if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away?
So Nick Cannon, you got to ask yourself that question. You apologize. Now you done, you know, gained some of those endorsements back, but you lost the grace of Yahawashi, because you're not, you know, standing on what you believe in wholeheartedly. You withering, you know, you straddling the fence. You being double-minded, man. Stand on what you believe in, because yeah, you may get those endorsements back by apologizing. You may gain those certain things back from the world, but what are you ultimately losing, man? your chance at salvation, man, by dealing with these crackers in the way, man.
Right.
Hey, come out of that shit, you know, wholeheartedly, and be fully persuaded in your own mind that we are the true Hebrew Israelites, or just be a celebrity, bro, and fuck around on wilding out, man. It's cool.
Right.
This is not your lot, man. Because like I said, the men you see on screen here, we're prepared to be persecuted. We're prepared to lose these monetary gains. We're prepared to lose endorsements. Brothers are prepared to lose their job. Women, children, all of that, man, for the cause of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Continue on.
You can drop it out. Did any brother grab that Matthew chapter 10? Or you had a precept, bro?
Yeah, just to back up what you were saying real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
This is St. Luke 14:11. For whosoever exalteth himself shall be abased, and he that humble himself shall be exalted. And at the end of the day, what is this guy's end game? You know, he's on the show with Professor Griff, trying to show as if he has some type of knowledge. Now he's putting out these quotes. Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it for the nation? Are you doing it to glorify Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi? And you got to come in a humble and contrite spirit, as it says in Psalms, the 51st chapter. So you shouldn't be, if this guy was in the truth like he claims he does, or making these quotes, he wouldn't just come out the woodwork and say what he says what he's saying out of pride. He will humble himself, and like we've been saying, he will count the cost.
That's right. And I have an article here. I'm gonna read a few bits and pieces of it if brothers ain't have a precept.
I had one.
Go ahead, Shema.
Okay, come. This is Luke chapter 9, verse 62. And it reads, and Yahawashi said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. See, that's what Nick Cannon, like we said, counting the cost. You didn't make that decision within yourself. Hey, if I do this, I know this is gonna happen. This and that. I'm willing to do this and that. So with him looking back, him apologizing is showing that him looking back, man. He wasn't ready when he put his hand to the plow. You making those statements coming off his as he seemed to have knowledge or whatnot. He's not fit for the kingdom. He's looking back, man. He's looking back for those riches, looking back for that vainglory that in a world that is temporary and it's gonna pass away. It's gonna be destroyed, man. Okay, so yeah, just to back up the brother's point.
Any more precepts before I get this article?
I got one.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Matthew chapter 12 and verse 30. It says, he that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad. All right, and that's for you celebrities like such as Nick Cannon that want to try to be an Israelite, but you're a celebrity at the same time. You're not gathering for Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, man. Nick Cannon never even said the names, man, and that's the most important thing that the people need to hear. All right, so that just shows you. And then he apologized. That shows you he's scared of Esau, man. He doesn't fear the Lord. All right, this thing is for the prophets. This isn't for you celebrities, man. That's all I have.
And like the brother Kasab said on the comment board, hey, remember Lot's wife, man. You see what happened to her ass looking back, and these guys are in that same spirit, man. Yeah, do I really want to teach my people that we Israelites, or do I want to goddamn go back to wilding out? And he ultimately wanted to go back, man, because he apologized and recanted his statements. But this is a news article from CBSnews.com. It says this is a quote from Nick Cannon that he posted on his social media. It says, on my podcast, I use words and reference literature I assumed to be factual to uplift my community, but instead turned out to be hateful propaganda and stereotypical rhetoric that pained another community. Cannon said in his apology, for this I am deeply sorry, but now together we can write a new chapter of healing. No, all you can write now is a new chapter of BS, man, because all of those things, I won't say all of the things, but the basis of the podcast were correct, man. We are the true Hebrew Israelites. whether these people like it or not. You know, whether they see it as anti-Semitic or hateful, it's not, man. This guy has stolen a whole culture. He's stolen the whole land from Gad. You know, that it's facts, man. And all of this can be backed up through history and literature, man. So why are you backtracking, man? You hit the nail on the head, man. The Negroes or the so-called black man are the real Hebrew Israelites. So what do you mean you reference literature and assumed it was factual? That's in the scriptures. So you're saying the scriptures are not factual? But this guy ain't learned. He ain't studied. You know, that goes back to the lesson I did on Deshaun Jackson. This is the zeal that these guys have, but they don't have the knowledge to back it up. Yeah, you was in a zealous stage to go out, yeah, we the Hebrew Israelites and the white man's the devil and he's this and he's that. But once they come at you and want you to back up your statement, do you have the knowledge, wisdom, understanding to go through the scriptures and say, hey, here in Matthew, it says this and then the third. You ain't doing shit. You shooting blanks at that point, man. If you ain't got no bullets in your gun, once Esau, come at you with the hate speech and the anti-Semitic narrative, okay? I'm gonna read a little bit more. It says on the podcast, which was released June 30th, Cannon and Griffin, the former Public Enemy member, contend that Jews have stolen black people's identity as true Hebrews. Cannon also implies that those with light skin are inferior. Yeah, the white man is inferior, man, because he know he ain't shit, and that Jake is way more superior. All right, and that we are the real children of the Most High, man, and it ain't no way around it. Now we have a platform, and we can stand on it, man, because we've counted the cost. Everything I can guarantee you that myself and these brothers can bring out today, we can back it up with the scriptures, and we're gonna stand on it, no matter what these people say, man. All right, we're gonna stand bold in the face of adversity, man. That's something these guys don't have in their arsenal. All right, as soon as they catch a little heat, Esau pull a little money out their pockets. Them niggas, wait. I ain't mean it like that. Nah, nigga, you meant that shit. All right, so stand on it. That's it. I had on the article. Brothers got precept.
Can I get something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Them brothers ready to get in there.
You got it, Shalom.
Okay, Kun, I just wanted to go back to you were saying how he just basically apologized and went back to his regular life. This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Exactly.
So I mean, you gonna come out and basically come out with the truth, and
right.
you gonna stand on it. And then as soon as Esau, they ain't even really roll out on him. They didn't like take no money from him. They just cancel his shows. He's still rich, but he want to continue that lifestyle, and he ain't ready for the persecution that's gonna come with this truth. So he went back to he apologized. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. White Man, for what I said, and went back to what he was doing.
Yeah,
but that's all I had.
That's true. They ain't taking none out, but he gonna feel that hurt from not being on them shows. There's revenue that's not coming in no more. That he need to sustain his lifestyle. I'm pretty sure, bro. That nigga, like you said, that dude is rich, Solomon. That man got bread, and he don't want to lose it, man. He know if every network drop him and he be blackballed, what he gonna do? Go sell groceries? What he ain't ready for that type of lifestyle, man. He ain't ready to be based, like the scripture said. Go ahead, Kabari Call.
This is Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 33. It says, why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. All right. And he's trimming his ways to see love, man. He knows he's an Israelite. All right, he was wearing the turban. I don't know if he was wearing fringes or not, but he's trying to live that Israelite lifestyle, but now he's trying to go back, man, to seek love, because like your brother said, he wants that money, man. All right, he didn't want to be fired by the company. All right, so that just showed that's the spirit that these celebrities are in. They claim to be Israelites, man. The Lord's not dealing with them. That's all I have.
I think you muted a rock.
The water. I was gonna say if brothers ain't got a precept, we can go back to that Luke, the 14th chapter. Kalia, you got some?
Oh, Salakia.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got something. I want to get this in Micah. This is Micah 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. You know, so we supposed to depart from this place spiritually, man. All right, but a lot of these jakes in the world, you know, they're double up against what's going on in the world, but soon they get a little heat coming towards their way. They want to go back on their comments, man. All right, a lot of these jakes, they don't want to lose their position in this place, and they don't want to depart from this place, man. All right, but we're to depart from this place spiritually, man. Okay, so I'm reading from the top again. This is Micah 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. That's right. And the ones of you, you know, that love this world, you know, that loves the wickedness of this place as it's going on while Esau, Edom is in rulership, you're going to be destroyed right along with this place, man. We know the fashion of this world will pass away, man. Okay? But that's all I had.
A brother can get that Luke 14 started. Matter of fact, you can start it back at verse 25.
All right. This is Luke chapter 14, verse 25. And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
Hold it right there. Brother got that Matthew, the 10th chapter. Matthew 10, and you can start at verse 37, Bob Kushan.
All right, I got you.
All right, go ahead, bro.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 10, starting at verse 37. And it says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
Keep going.
Verse 38, and he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me.
Keep going.
Verse 39, he that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
Hey, and that's one of the costs that you have to take into consideration, man. Like I was saying, you got to be prepared to lose money. You got to be prepared to lose your family members, because they coming up against you because they think you bugged out, that you think the so-called white man is the devil. I don't see how you can't believe that. You can't see that. You know, they call you anti-Semitic. They call you you're in a cult. You speaking hateful speech. You got to be prepared for all of that, man. Right. By professing it and claiming this amongst the masses. Okay, you can't be thinking you're going to say these type of things and continue to live the way in which you're living. It don't work like that. You know, this is a contract, man, and the things in which are in it has consequences, and it also has benefits. Now, if we stick to it, we'll reap the benefits. But if you go astray, and even if you don't go astray, you're going to be you're going to be come up against, man. That's just point blank, period. So if you're not prepared, you know, to be ridiculed or persecuted or talked about, hey, stay in your lane, man. Let us handle this. Let us do the work, man, because we're prepared to face these type of things, man. So, brother can go back to Luke.
This is Luke chapter 14, verse 27. And whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
You can't. Ain't no way. Ain't no way in hell, man. Keep going, Shema.
Verse 28. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he had sufficient to finish it?
Yep. Hey, Bob Kushah, real quick, a brother grabbed me 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, and start at verse 12. Whoever got it can bring it out.
I got it. You said 3 and 12?
Con.
This is you said 2 Timothy?
Con.
All right, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 12. It says, yea, and all that will live godly and Yahawashi shall suffer persecution.
Hey, that's a cost you got to count, man. Suffering persecution, suffering the white man telling you that you're hate group, telling you that you're anti-Semitic. You know, you have to be prepared, you know, for the scenarios and the rhetoric that Esau is going to come out just to try to subdue the truth, man. And that's all it is. This devil don't want the truth to get out, and they know that a guy like Nick Cannon and DJ that has a platform, people will listen to them more than they will us. Like it tells you in the book of Sirach, when a rich man speaketh, you know, they extol it to the clouds. But when a poor man speaketh, you know, they look to overthrow him, roughly paraphrasing. So they know if these different celebrities get on board with this movement, so to speak, which is really not, this is our culture, they know they got hell to pay, because more people are going to believe it than they will if you know, one of us was to say it, because he's basically saying the same thing that we've been bringing out and our apostles and our elders for the last how many years. You know, it's the same thing, but they quick to shut those guys down because they know they have a platform in which we don't necessarily have right now, but we will, man, once all these things come to pass that we've been speaking about. Brother had some.
I was gonna get that Sirach chapter 13, but you pretty much quoted it.
Kai, if you got it, bring it out, bro. We'll for edification purposes. All
right, this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 13 and verse 23. It says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he said, they extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speaketh, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
Yeah, and that's basically why Esau comes down on these celebrities hard, and they know they have way more to lose than, you know, a Jake like us, you know, that's not making, you know, 6 figures a year. You know, we ain't really got too much to lose, man, at this point. And it also tells you in 1 Corinthians that the Lord is going to use what it says, the foolish of this world to confound the wise. And also tell you that not many mighty and noble are called to do this thing. So these guys just need to stay in their lane, man. It's not for you. All right. Any brother got precepts?
I got some.
Go ahead, Shema.
This Philippians chapter 3, verse 7. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Hamashiach. Yeah, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahawashi, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Hamashiach. And I brought that scripture out too, just to balance it out, that the brothers, that the men you see here on the camera, you know, hey, we counted the cost, man. You know, you don't know what the brothers have lost. We may lost our whole families have turned against us. You know, for some brothers, we lost jobs, you know, money opportunities, you know, much time goes to this truth. You know, you don't know what the brothers have lost because of this truth, man, in this walk. You know, and these celebrities don't understand that, man. But the brothers, you know, you see here, you know, in the body in general, you know, have counted the cost, man. We suffer the loss of all things. They may what? Win Hamashiach. They may be delivered in the time of martial law, in the time of famine, in the time of destruction that is to come, that is guaranteed to happen, man. That's what we try to win Hamashiach, man. We know what's important. We prioritize this truth, man. This truth is not a trend, as a brother mentioned on the comment board, man.
But
you muted.
Water. Yeah, that mute killing me. Well, brother can continue in Luke 14. What verse you was on?
I was on 20. I was on 29.
Kind of read the 31, Bahasham.
This is Luke chapter 14, verse 29. Lest happily, after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish.
Yeah, and Nick Cannon has become a mockery. He started the bill by stating that, we are the Hebrew Israelites, and then couldn't finish the goddamn house. Now he's sitting out there looking like a fool, because he started the topic or the conversation, but then when backlash came, that nigga started taking the house back down, goddamn, reread that verse out. That's the perfect script for what just happened. He began the build and he couldn't finish. Now we doing a lesson on his ass. He being mocked because he ain't finishing, man. And that's with anything. You see a guy start some, he start off at the bases and he began to build, and then when the little boisterous wind come, he started taking this shit down. Like, man, what the hell wrong with this man?
Right.
You can't handle a little adversity. Can't handle a little wind. Keep building. But no, as soon as they stripped his ass off with Mass Singer, wilding out, nigga had multiple jobs. Go ahead, I'll reread that verse, Bob. So
this is Luke chapter 14, verse 30, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able to with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000?
Right. So what kind of king is sit down and don't count the cost that if I go in here with these few men, what could possibly happen? And that's the same way you got to look at this thing, man. You don't bring a goddamn a knife to a gunfight. Mm-hmm. And if you do, you better be prepared to get your ass handed to you. And that just goes with counting the cost. You sit down and say, okay, me being Nick Cannon, if I say this, if I say that, what is the white man going to say? And then at the end of the day, if you can't handle what could possibly come from the white man as a consequence to what you said, hey, then don't say it. But if you can sit down and say, okay, I'm going to say we the real Hebrew Israelite, the white man's the devil, they going into slavery. I'm just saying because he ain't say all this, but I'm just using that as an example. If you are prepared to say all of these things, you also have to be prepared for what's going to come along with it. And that's just the basis of this lesson, man. These guys getting into stuff that they don't know what they're getting themselves into.
Right. I got something.
Go ahead, bro.
Just to back up what you were saying, this is Proverbs 24:10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. And when you go into that word adversity, it goes into the Hebrew word is tazarah, which means straits, trouble, distress, or trouble. And this was like a minor thing, man. If he got all this money, he got a team that they can figure something out so that he can still push the word or still push what he was saying, and then have to apologize, man. And the scriptures say we will. I think wasn't it Solomon 5 says. Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna just read it right quick. Mm-hmm. Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labor. So, I mean, he basically, as we've been saying, he's been bitching up. He's been acting like a coward, man, because we come in great boldness, putting our lives on the line week in, week out, whether they hear or forbear. And this guy's not even bold. He's backtracking a statement saying he feels ashamed. And this guy's just fainting, man. He just falling to the ground, and I'm falling, I can't get up type spirit, man. That's the type of spirit that he's in. He's just like this Deshaun Jackson and whatever celebrity is going to come what they saying next. They should watch these lessons and know, hey, man, when it comes to this work, man, let the prophets do the talking and shut up and be a secret disciple, man.
Exactly. Hey, and that guy Nick Cannon, bro, he got to stop wearing them turbans and shit now. He got to stop wearing the fringes. You just apologize. You can't do that and then go back to, claiming to be a Hebrew Israelite. You just said it was false rhetoric. So what you gonna do now? These guys don't think about these kind of things, man. Every time you see him, he got a turban and some fringes on. Nigga, you got to come up off that now. Because you just said yourself that it wasn't what you said wasn't true, and that it was hate. Or what he say?
And propaganda.
Propaganda and hateful rhetoric. Then shit, you got to revamp yourself now. I got a few more precepts, and then we can begin to close out if you brothers ain't got anything. A brother grabbed for me real quick, Baba Kashah, the book of 1 John, the 3rd chapter, and starting at verse 13. Because, you know, in counting the cost, you got to be prepared for, you know, we keep saying the shit that come with it. You know, we ain't finna be, if you call yourself a professional athlete, but you don't want to go to practice like AI, he ain't counting the cost. What do you think you just supposed to play in the game all day? And you got to go to practice. That's counting the cost. You got to go on the road and play 3-4 games a night. You know, you got to be away from your family. You got to travel. You got to play 83 games, nigga. You can't just go out there and just think, oh, I'm me, and that whatever I do ain't gonna have no consequences behind it. He's still hearing that to this day, man. And he don't want to take his ass to practice. He didn't count the cost. My brother got that.
Con, you said 1 John 3 and 13.
Con.
Okay, Con. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 13. It says, "But marvel not, my brethren, if the world hate you."
Yeah. Are you surprised that the world hated you for saying what you said? Because you didn't count the cost. If you're surprised, if you're not marveling at what's happening to you and you were prepared for what's going on, then you would have been straight, or you would have just shut your mouth at the end of the day. And that's it on that, Solomon. Anybody got anything? Okay.
I got some.
What say, Shema?
I got some.
Khan. And brother hold John, the 15th chapter and the 18th verse. Go ahead, Shema.
Yeah, just real quick. It says, 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Hey, simple. That's simple because that's the reason Nick Cannon turned back, because he loved those positions in the world. He loved that fame he has. You know, he loved those things so much. That's why when we the brothers, when we read the scripture, love not the world, it prepares our mind to, you know, to say, man, really fuck those things, man. You know, straight up. That's what we got to say. That's what we prepare our mind to that, and that'll have us ready to get through whatever we go through in the future, man. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. John chapter 15. It goes perfectly.
I got it.
All right, start at the 18th verse and read down to 20. Baba Kashah.
18th verse. Can I get a precept before that?
Oh, go ahead, bro.
This is Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 38. It says, I'll start at 38. It says, "Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him." All right, and that's talking to you, Nick Cannon, because you drew back. All right, you were talking all this talking about the truth, talking about the scriptures, how we're the Israelites, and you drew back, man. So the Lord, ultimately, the Lord is going to destroy you, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
point blank.
This is John chapter. Was somebody saying something?
No, go ahead, bro.
Oh, John chapter 15 and verse 18. It says, "If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you." Verse 19. "If you were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you."
Yeah, and to be chosen out of this world and to speak the things in which we're speaking according to the Holy Scriptures, the world is gonna hate you for that, man. You know, what's it saying in the world? The truth hurts. So when this truth come out and it cut their ass like a double-edged sword, they gonna hate you for that, man, because they know that it's something about us Israelites turning back to our power that they're scared of, man. So when you're doing this and speaking the things in which you're speaking, which is true, the world's gonna hate you, man. Truth hurts. So if a brother ain't got none, we can close out on that. Did you read the 20th verse, Kabar?
No.
Oh, go ahead.
It says, verse 20, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also.
Yeah, and that's counting the cost. If these things happen to our Lord and Savior, just be prepared for these things to happen to you, man. That's all we're saying. So if you're going to proclaim that we're the Hebrew Israelites and that the white man stole our culture and our tradition, stand on it, man, and be prepared for the things that come along with it, man. Anybody got any closing words, closing precepts?
I just wanted to add real quick. Can y'all hear me? Okay, yeah, I just want to add real quick, man. Hey, don't be surprised if Yahawashi put the spirit on Esau to take Nick Cannon out for that shit, man. He already done, said what he said. They hate his ass now.
Yeah, yeah.
When I was looking at the article, I was reading the comments. Man, Esau mad as hell, man. Esau wants your ass, Nick Cannon. So
and
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, and all you other jakes that are coming with the same sentiment. Bro, I was reading the comments that they put on Deshaun Jackson post. They ready to hang that nigga. But so we'll close out. Lord willing, this stream was edifying by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahawah,
Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham,
Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash.
Yep, Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.